Hello everyone, we are here again on Learn Lifeology with a completely new concept that is principles of a drug designing. So what are the different principles for drug designing that we are going to discuss here? Drug design, it is actually an inventive process of finding new medications based on the knowledge of the biological target. So for designing a drug, we should be aware about a biological target, and there we can design or we can formulate new medications against that target. So we can say that the drug design involves the design of molecules that are complementary in shape and charge to the molecular target which with which they interact and bind. So whatever new medications, new formulations we are developing, they should interact with its target. They should be complementary to its target. Drug design frequently but not necessarily relies on computer modeling techniques. Actually, it is a new concept. New ways the drug designing is done through the computer modeling techniques or using the bioinformatics approaches, as it is an era of data. Number of databases are available there, the bioinformatics, and that knowledge or that data we can use for designing the drugs. Drug development and discovery includes the preclinical research. So these are, you can say, the steps in the discovery or designing of the drug. Preclinical research is done on the cell-based or animal models or clinical trials. Then the clinical trials on humans are done, and finally, it is move forward to step you can say for obtaining a regulatory approval after the clinical trials are done. And if you are getting good results in the clinical trials, then the regulatory approvals should be taken, and finally the marketing of drug is done. Now let's talk about the modern drug discovery. So the drug discovery, or you can say the modern drug discovery, it involves the identification of screen compounds. For that, we should be aware about our target, and then we identify new compounds or medications and then screen those compounds according to our targets. And after screening and identification, the optimization is done. Optimization is done to increase the affinity, that is the new medication or new compound, it should have better affinity towards its target. Then second, the selectivity, that is to reduce the potential side effects. The drug should be highly selective, it should have minimum side effects. Then also to increase the efficacy, or we can say the potency of the drug, it should be active in minimum quantity. Then the drug should be metabolically stable, that is to increase the half life of the drug. When we are taking it, it should be there in the body for particular time period. Then it should have the oral bioavailability. So these are some of the aspects which are considered while doing the optimization. We generally try to increase these aspects while doing the optimization. Again, there are a number of things, minor things which are there, but these are some major ones. Once a compound that fulfills all of these requirements has been identified, it will begin the process of drug development prior to clinical trials. So these things, these optimizations are done, and after that, when the compounds which are fulfilling these requirements, then they are proceed for the clinical trials. First, the cell lines trials are done, animal trials are done. Then the human trials are done. So these are some of the steps while designing the drug.
So, drug designing, it is actually an inventive process for finding new medications based on the knowledge of biological target, as we have already seen. So it can be achieved in two ways. Either this drug designing is done by the computer, using computer, that we call the computer aided drug design, or a structure based drug design. So what is the computer aided drug design? The drug design frequently which relies on the computer modeling technique is referred as computer aided drug design. So here in this process we use the computer modeling. We use the computer modeling techniques, that is simulations are used generally, the computational methods which mimic the behavior of molecules, and there we on the computer models itself we test the drug by mimicking just the structures or their molecular formats. They are mimicked, their simulations are done, and everything is done just on the computer. And the second one is the structure based drug design, where the drug design that relies on the knowledge of the three-dimensional structure of a biomolecular target. Here we must be aware about our target is three-dimensional structure, and then accordingly the drug is designed, the structure of the drug is designed that it should completely fit in the target structure, either through shape or charges, whatever things we are considering, it should be according to its target. That is the structure based drug design.
Okay, so again moving on towards the drug design principle. Actually, there are two things which we should consider while designing a drug. First is the optimizing access to the target, and second we can do the optimizing target interaction. These are the two major aspects which we consider while designing a drug. That's why we can say that these are the basic principle while designing drug. That is optimizing access to the target and the optimizing target interaction. So let's see this one. First, let's talk about the optimizing target interactions. How we can optimize these target interactions. It can be achieved through identifying the structure activity relationship that we call the SARs for the drugs. We should identify the SARs. Then second one, identify the pharmacophores and the drug optimization strategies in the drug designing. So let's see one by one. So how what we do actually in the identifying the structure activity relationship. Here the aim is to discover which parts of the molecule are important to biological activity and which are not. For example, we are talking about an antibiotic which is active against the protein synthesis of the particular target. So we should have a better idea, we should have a good idea about the protein synthesis steps, we should have an idea about the structure of a compound or drug, and on which part or on which step in the protein synthesis it is acting. This thing should be clear, that we call the structure activity relationship. Now it is very important to identify the binding roles of different groups in the structure activity relationship. Then, in identifying the pharmacophore they summarize the important binding groups which are required for activity and their relative positions in the space with respect to each other. So, actually, to determine the structure activity relationship or to understand the SARs, we should be aware about the pharmacophores, you can see the groups which are present on the drug. And the last one, that is drug optimization. Here the different strategies which can be used are the variation in the substituents, that we can change the substituent. Alkyl substitution are done, aromatic substitutions can be done now according to our need. Whatever the things are needed, those substitutions we can carry out here in the designing. Then extension of structures can be done in the optimization. Then the chain extensions, contractions, these are done. Again, these things are done according to the requirement. Whatever the structure requirements are there according to their target, these things are done. Then ring variations, ring fusions, simplifications of the structure, then rigidification of the structures, conformational blockers, structure-based drug designing, molecular modeling, X-ray crystallography. Now, these techniques are used in the designing or doing the optimization of the drugs. Now let's talk process, that is the optimizing target interactions. In first process we were talking about the drugs. Now here we are talking about the interactions. So this can be achieved by four ways. First one is the improving absorptions. Then second, making drugs more resistant to chemical and enzymatic degradation. The drugs whatever we are using, you can say the stability. Here we are talking about the stability of drug. Then third one, that is making drugs less resistant to drug metabolism. Again here we are talking about the metabolic stability. And final ones, the targeting drugs. So in improving absorptions, variation of alkyl or acid substitutes to vary polarity, there should be better absorptions of the drug. Varying polar functional groups to vary polarity, we can do here. To vary the polarity we can change the functional groups. Variation of n alkyl substituents to vary pK values. Variations of aromatic substituents to vary pK, because these are some of the important facts which we should consider while talking about the absorption of drug. Then making drugs more resistant, in that we can see the steric shield should be there, steric hindrance should be there. The hindrance or shields, they can make these drugs more resistant. Then electronic effects of the biosters, then stereoelectronic modifications, metabolic blockers. So we can use the metabolic blockers, the removal of susceptible metabolic groups. If the drug is having a target is having some susceptible metabolic groups, we can remove those. Then group shifts can be done, ring variations. This again the same processes we can here use in the optimizing target interactions. Then to make the drug less resistant to the metabolism, we can use or we can introduce the metabolically susceptible groups and self-destructive drugs. Then last one, that is targeting the drugs. Target here, if you are talking about the tumor cells, we can consider the search and destroy type of drugs. Now we are having the developed drug delivery system. There we can use the targeting to particular site. like we can use the liposomes, and number of things are there in the developed drugs, which we are going to see in the next video. The drug targeting, then targeting gastrointestinal tract infection, targeting peripheral regions rather than CNS. So these are actually a new and very important concept about the targets. We are now using the developed drugs, that is the developed drug delivery system, using the targets. So that is all about the basic principles of drug designing. Like this video, if you like it, please like, subscribe, share this, and we'll be very happy if you are having some comments about this. Thank you very much.